and walk through a jackknife setup and show you how to use it for intraday trading. Yesterday, Square, which has been a leader on the summer rally, traced out three lower daily lows, three drives to a low. It bounced this morning. It opened up, pop-up opening. Um, when a stock is under distribution, these pop-up openings usually, after big sell days like this, usually lead to a lower low. Square traded below this three drives to a low setup, and immediately putting in a large range bar here, and immediately jackknifed up through the prior day's low. Right now it's just hesitating here, but an authoritative push back up through, an authoritative knife back up through yesterday's lows will trigger this jackknife long setup. So not all jackknives are obviously created equal. Let's take a look. You want to always use multiple time frames to put the odds in your favor when looking at a intraday setup. You want to know what the dailies and weeklies are doing. So you can see the jackknife puts SQ on the long radar, especially within the context that it has turned its 3-day chart down in tandem with a back test of its 50-day moving average. Its blue line here. For the first time, it turned its 3-day chart down since looks like June 25th. You can see three consecutive lower daily lows for a turn down in the 3-day chart. And this, by the way, was the first turn down in the 3-day chart in this whole rally. So SQ sets up here on this turn down of the 3-day chart for a rally attempt, at least, since it is also a test of the 50-day moving average. The presumption is it'll walk back up and back test its overhead 20-day moving average this week, which is this red line here. So it's important to understand that not all these little intraday jackknives are created equal. That's the important thing to understand. You have to use the context of the dailies and the weeklies. Not all intraday setups are created equal, and I use the same moving averages on the dailies that I use on the 10-minute, the hourlies, and the weeklies. That's the 10, the 20, and the 50 period moving averages. So going back to the 10-minute here, you can see that you did get an opening range break on follow through below the first half hour's range, and that's when you got this sell bar here. Now back up through this opening range break, which occurred right here, back up through that will not only reconfirm this jackknife, but you'll get an orb reversal. In other words, a reversal of the opening range break, which suggests a test of the overhead 20 period. This is a 10-minute chart. If we're back through that, we test the 50 period, and through the 50 period, that gives you a little breakout, drawing a trend line, a declining trend line with your eye here. That opens up, gives a little blue sky into this range here, which is a big range, and this is going to tie to the 20-day moving average we talked about just a second ago on the dailies, and ties to the 70 strike. So the bottom line is you've got resistance at this, you've got a setup here and support at this 65 strike level, back up through just below it and back up through 65 could perpetuate a move all the way back to 70, over coming days or within this next week. That's it for now. Good luck out there trading today. Appreciate your time.